simply not care.
There is concern. I mean, there's concern about this government program. It's broad, and you know, there's an uneasiness about how far it's going. But when you mention terrorism and you say, okay, if you had to choose, give up a little privacy for terrorist defense or maintain your privacy at the expense possibly of having a less rigorous or less staunch terrorism defense, they opt for terrorism defenses.
You want a secure nation, you want them to protect you, there are some rights that have to disappear.
It's summer in Washington, a time for an American rite of passage, bringing the kids to the nation's capital to show them the monuments. But explaining what those monuments stand for isn't so easy anymore.
You can't have freedom and security. You have to have one or the other. I'd rather be secure than completely free.
That's a big change for this country, isn't it? I mean, here you are walking around Washington and all of these monuments, which are nothing if not testaments to the freedom and the ideals and the Constitution.
Yeah.
So, did you ever find a time when you thought you'd be saying that?
Yeah, on September 12th, 2001.
Which is not to say they're happy about it.
Now every time I pick up a phone, I'm wondering, are they not so much listening in, but monitoring what I'm doing, more things. For our safety, I understand why they're doing it, but I'm more concerned now about how other countries are going to handle that news. That's what kind of gets me a little bit.
And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of it.
The debate about trading off freedom for security is, of course, far from new in the United States. It raged through the Bush era with the creation of the Patriot Act and the warrantless wiretaps. The American Civil Liberties Union has been at the forefront.
This is a game changer. We've always warned them that this was a possibility, but now that they've seen it in black and white, and you have this court order that says every American's phone records every day, people are invigorated. We have members of Congress coming forward who have always supported the Patriot Act saying, I didn't know. That's not what I intended this tool to be.
But the trade-off isn't just about sacrificing privacy for security anymore. Some things are even harder to give up.
The reality is that especially again for young people or in the digital era, that there's no choice for most Americans other than to be online and to be active. There's a sense that a lot of online communication is not exactly private these days, and so I think that's part of the context for these responses.
So people you think would not really have been that surprised by these revelations?
Well, they know that commercial companies are extracting their data, and so I think there is a certain, price of doing business attitude among the public about this.
Ben Knight, Lateline.